I'm a big fan of dogs. Anyone here like dogs? Yeah, you guys are gonna love this one. Woof woof, baby. I love dogs a lot. I think the main reason why I love dogs is because they don't have a Facebook. Like, I think that's the best thing. Like, so I don't know if they're racist, and I like that. I like not knowing, because if you have any family members that you're like, are they racist? Just add them on Facebook. Wait like 3 posts and you'll find out. It's nice. It's nice not knowing that a dog is racist. Last thing I want to see is a dog just be posting stuff like, hey, I went to the dog park today, saw a bunch of chihuahuas. I left. Build an electric fence. Build an electric fence. I'm like, damn, you guys see what Biscuit just posted? What the fuck? What a bad boy. I'm gonna rub his nose in that Facebook post later. I have to be like that asshole that like writes back like, excuse me, my dog is half Chihuahua. I'm offended. He's like, yeah, well, your dog's probably illegal. I'm like, actually, no, my dog is very legal. Okay, we got her green card. She's fine. She's all good, buddy. Same dog posting shit like, oh yeah, I saw a bunch of black labs at the same dog park. Got scared. Left, told my owner Brandon I wanted to go home. Like, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Cool guy. Yeah, making me feel good. Woo! Dude, you got a cowboy hat on? You send me the woo? Did you ride a horse here? Yeah, you did, buddy. I want to ride that shit later, although it is very cold and I give you credit. Where was I? Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, my dog's like, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Go. That joke is fucked, you know. I don't know. We're having fun now, there, man. Telling me. You're like Red Dead Redemption on the table right now. That's for the young people out there who like video games. That's Western game. Magnificent Seven. That's for the older people. Is that the Max? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, yeah, so, Yellowstone, baby. Was in that show? I had a whole set written down. I don't give a fuck right now. Like, I'm down to talk. I like accents. I like doing these accents. I was actually at Dunkin' Donuts recently, and there was a British guy in front of me. Do you guys experience a lot of British people out in the wild here? No? I never do. So, like, when I see one, I'm like, whoa. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it was an old British guy, and his British accent was, like, it was really sexy. Like he wasn't sexy. Like, he's not my type. But his accent was fucking hot, man. Like, I liked it a lot. He goes up to the lady, he's like, hello there, love, and I'm just starting melting. I'm just like, lady's like, what do you want? And he's just like, I like a chocolate donut. I also like a jelly donut. And can I also do a big lace stick? And I was on the floor at this point. I'm like, so hot. And somehow the woman didn't even like react behind the counter. She's just like, is that it? I'm like, how are you not like amazed right now by this beautiful order that this man just did that I memorized behind him? What's wrong with you? And he's like, yes, that's my order, love, thank you. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, dude, this guy's amazing. And then she gives him his order, and then she like walks away from him, and the guy's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And she just like kept on ignoring him. He's like, oh, I don't think she can hear me. Thank you. I'm like, what the fuck, you Americans? Just say you're welcome. And then no one's saying you're welcome. It's like, hey, dude, you're welcome. And he's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, oh my God, he just talked to me. Oh, dude. I can't wait to go home and tell my girlfriend. She's gonna hate it. Oh, man. That's great. My girlfriend's great. I love my girlfriend a lot. She's interesting. That sounded wrong. That sounded weird. That's not... She does one interesting thing. Like, she talks in her sleep. Which, like, a lot of people talk in their sleep. But you ever watch like a movie and like they talk in their sleep and it's like really exaggerated? They're like, there's a bear eating bacon in the refrigerator, and you're like, no one ever says that when they're sleeping. My girlfriend kind of is like that. She just says shit that's like kind of like weirdly factual. Like, I'll be like laying in bed watching TV and she'll be like, clowns without makeup is just humans. Yeah. Clowns without makeups are just human. You're not wrong, baby. She'll say other stuff just like, don't wear your shoes in bed, that's really weird. I'm like, yeah, don't do that. That's fucking super. I don't want mud in my shit. What the hell's wrong with you? Then she says stuff like chocolate donut. I'm like, baby, no, don't. You're not Reggie. You're not my British friend. Not my British friend. Any Beatles fans? We got any Beatles fans here? Yes. The best band ever. I think we can all agree, and if you don't agree, it's okay, you're wrong, that Paul McCartney is the best Beatle of them all. No, if you said no, it's cool, you're wrong, I love you, but I hate you and you're wrong. And, no. Let me finish, guys. I only got a few seconds left. Jeez, I got jokes I gotta do. Trust me, man.
No.
You'd be surprised how many times she said that to me. You got a few seconds left, don't you? Yeah, Dave, that adds up to a minute eventually. Any hoozle. So I'm a big Beatles fan. I love Paul McCartney. He's my favorite. Growing up, he was my favorite Beatle. Everything he did, I wanted to do. I recently read an article that he used to jerk off with John Lennon. True story, man. Google it. And the woman was just like, why? That was interviewing him, or the interviewer, and he was just like, it's just no big deal. I was just like, this dude's a fucking legend, man. How awesome is that? Just be like, yeah, it's no big deal. And I was like thinking, like, when growing up, I wanted to be just like this dude. Everything he did, I wanted to do. So could you imagine if I found out he used to jerk off with his friends when I was younger? I would have no friends. Or I would have, like, a lot of friends. We'd be very weird people. Like, we wouldn't be invited to parties. Be like, hey, Ryan, you want to come to my party? I'd be like, yeah. Can I bring my friends? I'd be like, no. Absolutely not. Disgusting. I wonder, like, how do you start that conversation, like, with your friend, with your buddy? How did Paul McCartney do it? Because it was probably Paul McCartney's idea, right? He's probably like, they were going through a creative rut, and he was like, hey, John, you know, we've been going through a lot lately. I think we need to write some new cracking music. What if we just start jerking off together? And then John's like, imagine. And just started doing it, like George Ringo would walk in, they'd be like, help! And they'd be freaked out. That's probably how they broke up too. They probably don't mention that in that Get Back documentary on Disney. Paul wanted to keep on doing it, and John was like, nah. I got Yoko now. Paul was just like, come on, man, John, we're making real cracking music still. It's a good way for us to come together. And John's like, no, Paul, just let it be. Just let it be. And then Paul's like, you know, well, then screw this band. I'm done with it, but I'm about ready to finish. Now get back. And that was the end of the Beatles. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.